Good evening, everybody. This is Melvin Crasto once again, and happy to be back once again with some exciting information today from Velocity Genetics. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we have had an off. So I hope you are not lethargic, but still excited to learn something more about how we live. Today, we are going to discuss about the question is, can we live long? The answer is yes. The question, can we live healthy? That is going to be discussed today by our expert of the day. Okay. He is a co-founder and executive director with Aska Pharmaceuticals. I hope I pronounced that right. He has 3 decades of expertise in cardiometabolic therapy, associated with the clinical development of commercial launch of Lipaglyn. Is recognized by WCC PC in 2014 and 2016, CSI IHJ in 2016, APV SIG in 2016, and the IMA in 2017. His Distinguished Service Award from His Excellency Shri Ram Naresh Yadav, Honorable Governor of Madhya Pradesh, and he is the chairman and development of cardiovascular medicine from Cleveland Clinic, USA. Aska Pharma is approved as an academic partner by the Indian Medical Association. Okay. He himself is a BSc, MBA, MDP, IIM Ahmedabad. And before I call him to speak, I would like to invite our dashing and dynamic CMD, Mr. Stan Sarau, to say a few words. Over to you, Mr. Stan.
Thank you, Melvin. Thanks for that wonderful introduction. And of course, it's going to be a wonderful day for all of us. आज जितने भी लोग यहाँ पे इस वेबिनार में हैं, आप सभी लोगों का वेलोसिटी जेनेटिक्स के तरफ से हार्दिक स्वागत है. और जैसे ही आप जानते हैं कि हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस के बहुत सारे जो डायमेंशंस हैं, वो उसके ऊपर अलग-अलग टॉपिक के ऊपर लोगों को अवेयरनेस क्रिएट करना, अलग टॉपिक्स के ऊपर पैनल डिस्कशन करना, और इस जरिए हम लोग एक मैसिव जेनोमिक वेलनेस का रिवोल्यूशन करना, ये हमारा एक मुहिम रहा है. एंड इसी सिलसिले में लास्ट ईयर जब लॉकडाउन स्टार्ट हो गया, तो वी एक्चुअली हैड वन वेबिनार एवरी डे, एवरी नाइट इनफैक्ट, और इनफैक्ट दिन में और ज्यादा भी हो जाते थे. बट देन वी यूज्ड टू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ वेबिनार्स एंड वी यूज्ड टू get in touch with a lot of like-minded people who can actually come and speak on the beautiful work that we are doing. And one among them was Mr. M.S. Nath. So Mr. M.S. Nath is not actively associated with Velocity Genetics as maybe a vice president or a business associate or business head or in any other capacity, but is the value system that he brings in to spread awareness about health and wellness is of immense appreciation. So on behalf of everybody who is here, मैं Mr. M.S. Nath का हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूँ इस वेबिनार में, and I would like to acknowledge you for coming forward and speaking on a subject that is going to be of use, high utility and value for all of us. And I'm sure today, we're going to have a very short presentation of around 25-30 minutes. And after that, there is an opportunity for us to interact with Mr. M.S. Nath, because he has a vast experience in the pharma field, and he's been, discussing things with the Indian Medical Association, the ICMR, and, likes of those people who are the stalwarts. So we are very, very fortunate to have him here. So all the people who have put their video on, let's wave our hands in a typical Velocity manner and then welcome him. Mr. M.S. Nath, warm welcome to you. Over to you, and then the screen is yours.
Oh, thank you, Cresto, for nice introduction, and my friend Stan for inviting me. I'm always excited to share some of my learnings. I have been working with medical fraternity for last 35 years now, 3.5 decades. And my actually major interest and passion is towards preventive medicine, as well as prevention of disease over actually the management of illness. So it's really fascinating to join and interact. Today, I would like to drive a scientific art of living longer, living better. It's not only science, neither it is an art. It will be a scientific art of living. So can I share slides?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
ये visible है, Stan?
Yes, yes. Make it full screen. Perfect.
Great. So as you all know, so we have one life, one body, and therefore it is our prime duty to take care this health, our body, to ensure that we remain happy. So very interesting topic given to me, living longer, living better, by my friend Stan. And I also thank you, Velocity Genetics, for such initiative to bring awareness among people, because the awareness only the solution to live better and living longer. I'm sure all of you know all these celebrities. इनके पास नेम है, फेम है, मनी है, ब्यूटी थे, हेल्थ थे, everything was there. But one thing is common, that almost here all of them had developed cancer. Why do we, in spite of everything, we develop cancer? There are some school of thought that we all of us have cancer cell in our body. They are inactivated or they are suppressed. If we do not do justice to our health, those cancer cell will be activated, and therefore they can grow very fast, and they take a lot of calories and energy from our health, and therefore it really creates a problem. So it takes a lot of space, other organs cannot grow, and they take a lot of energy. So therefore we become weak and our development makes a problem. So now, how can we avoid challenges in life related to health? So before that, let me ask you, all of you, one thing. What is the purpose of life? Purpose of life, most of the people has agreed to a conclusion that becoming successful and becoming happy. Now, how can we become successful? To become successful, we need to have skills, competency, knowledge, wherever the profession or expertise or the area you want to work. So that will help us to do good thing, and वो मेरे को successful बनाएंगे. उसके लिए हम बचपन से अपना वो ट्रेनिंग लेंगे, mentor हमको guide करेंगे. So all those things, institution will take care of us. So we are not addressing the success part. So now happiness part. So the happiness part is very, very important, because every successful people are also not happy because they are unable to take care of their health. So for success and happiness, what is most important for us? The most important is good health, because in absence of good health, neither any of us will become successful or nor we can become happy. We will be suffering from our illness and we will be in pains. So now please understand, we need 4 happy hormones to remain joyful, blissful, and happy. And these happy hormones, in absence of these happy hormones, any amount of money, any amount of comfort, any amount of luxuries cannot bring happiness in our life. So what are that? It's a very scientifically explained. Now, after a lot of research, world is aware about this happy hormones. So the first is dopamine. This is actually known as a reward hormone, as you can all see. It brings blissfulness, motivation, it improves concentration, movements, as well as learning. Then we have serotonin. That's actually known as a calm hormone, well-being and happiness. So it brings our good mood, sense of well-being. It improves appetite, sleep, and of course memory. Oxytocin, which is also, you can see, very, very important, and endorphin. So there are four happy hormones are very, very important for us to remain healthy, effective, joyful, creative, motivated, positive. All these happy hormones are actually taking care of our millions of cells. They are the food, and they are the actually no guidance factor for our cells to become happy. So how do we get it? It's very easy that these are the hormones is important. So कैसे मिलेगा? Endorphin मिलने के लिए हमको physical activity, we have to do lot of physical activities like walking, washing, cleaning, cooking. All those physical activity will bring us endorphins. And you know, endorphin is going to take care of relieve our stress by relieves pain, feeling of euphoria, and of course bring lot of pleasure. Serotonin is if you get some sunlight, good food, loving and caring family and friends, favorable environment at workplace where people will, right, really be calm, quiet, very cooperative, and a very happy environment, and playing with pets. All these things will give us serotonin. Dopamine, how can we get it? The activities with friends and families, listening to music, appreciating others, because it's a rewarding hormones, working on creative projects, you use your thought process, all those things give us the dopamine. And oxytocin. Oxytocin primarily with touching, skin to skin touch during our playing with kids, hugging friends and families with joy, kissing to express the care and love, and active sex life. All those gives us a lot of oxytocin. And these activities, you can understand now, surely will make a person happy, because these are all activity will give us a lot of happy hormones. Now this is endorphin. To get an endorphin, you need to walk, jog, dance, swim, whatever the physical activity, come out or at home, cooking, washing, do things of yours. It's for your well-being, for your happiness, because you will get hormones which will go to your cells, and your cells will be very, very happy. And that is the time you cannot become sad. And then serotonin. So if you get sunlight, if you have a listening to music, you speak, you are smiling, positive, appreciating people, and if you have a good balanced diet of your choice, it's called mindful eating. So those things will make you very, very happy. So you get a lot of serotonin. And then dopamine, as I told you, good sleep, having some good communication, some creative work, appreciating others, being a very happy and positive mindset, listening to music or singing a song, all those things gives you a lot of dopamine. And if you get all these hormones different with period of the day, you will be able to become very, very happy. Otherwise, in absence of these hormones, whatever you earn or whatever you have with you cannot give you happiness. This is a scientific way, like whatever you do, until unless you eat food, you do not get energy. Likewise, if you do not able to release these hormones, you will not be able to become very happy. This oxytocin, in presence of these hormones, makes you very, very happy, right? And these are the activities through which you can get a lot of oxytocin. And this is all about the love hormone. So please make sure that these activities are very, don't keep yourself isolated. We are social animal, and we are supposed to, our body is made up of 150 years to live healthy and happy. So all these activities will help us to become healthy and happy. How do I understand now I am healthy or happy? There are signs and symptoms. Like if you are feeling hungry and thirsty, excellent. That means you are perfectly okay. You are getting all those, your entire organ of your body is working properly, getting अच्छे से नींद आ रहा है, getting good sleep, sound sleep, and ability to get up on time. अगर आपको सही समय में उठ सकते हो, तो you can say it is a good, you are in good health. Ability to digest, अगर आपने खाना खाया तो आपको अच्छा digestion होता है, and then our evacuation भी ठीक ठाक. So absolutely there is no problem. You have a peace of mind, ability to enjoy. If you have a painless health, your body doesn't ache, and no, and it is a good energy level. So if all these things are there, in absence of, if you are not feeling hungry or thirsty, if you are unable to digest even simple food, if you don't have a peace of mind, if you are unable to do what you enjoy doing, if all those things are happening for more than 14 days, it is very, very important for you to consult your healthcare physician, so that you can take guidance before it becomes serious and create a problem for your health. What is more, that you also need to ensure that we are Indians or Asians are different than the Westerns or Caucasians and the different races. So therefore, you also may have some family history, or if you have some disadvantage, if you have some blood sugar, or if you are prone to develop it, if your lipid disorder, liver is properly not functioning. So you need to once a year after the age of 30, 35, it becomes very, very important for all of us to invest some time and energy to check our body health parameters, so that we can take an appropriate corrections for our health. Please understand this body which is with us for our life, till this is healthy, this is good functioning, we are enjoying life. The day anything happens wrong with this body, you can understand that everything becomes no meaningless. That's why it is say health is wealth, because in absence of your health, life becomes completely meaningless. So if you have this is have a, in your body you have a digestive system, आपके पास urinary system है जो आपको cleaning करते हैं, आपका purification oxygenation body को करते हैं, respiratory system है, फिर आपका skeletal है जो आपको पूरा movement में structure देते हैं, then आपका muscular system है, वो भी आपको work करने में, सामान उठाने में, move करने में, it is helps you. So if you look at the cardiovascular system, if you have that takes care of your entire circulation, so that your nutrition that getting into blood or all things ultimately reaching to entire body. And likewise you have an endocrine hormonal system, nervous system, lymphatic system जो आपको protection देते हैं, immunity देते हैं, that is through lymphatic system, and of course reproductive system which takes care of our generation. How can we keep all this system healthy, प्रॉपर? अगर हम इसको ठीक ठाक रखे, इफ हमारा माइंड में अगर है, हमारे पास लाइक ए व्हीकल, हमारे पास स्टीयरिंग है, हमारे पास व्हील है, हमारे पास एक्सीलेटर है, हमारे पास लाइक ए कार has got different parts, and the moment there is some problem, we do take care of that. Likewise, we need to ensure that our entire functions are there working, because absence of any of the organ properly not functioning will affect the all other organs. So कैसे इसको ठीक रखे? Very simple. इसको एक बार आप बेसिक को मैं क्लोज करूंगा विद बेसिक समझा के, एक बार बेसिक का समझ ले तो you can make a very blissful, nice and enjoyable life. You may have less of wealth. Wealth could be थोड़ा सा किसी के पास ज्यादा होगा, किसी के पास थोड़ा कम होगा, बट हेल्थ अगर आपका बहुत अच्छा रहे और आपको मेंटेन करो, तो प्रोबेबली योर पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ विल बी more meaningful as compared to any other aspect. So जनरली हम कैसे कर सकते हैं, पहले तो दो दो चीज हमको बहुत ही सिंसियरली करना पड़ेगा। एक है तो बैलेंस डाइट और सेकंड है हमारा फिजिकल एक्टिविटी। बैलेंस डाइट मैं एक्सप्लेन करूंगा। फिजिकल एक्टिविटी में मैं आपको जिम जाने के लिए नहीं बोल रहा हूँ। नाउ इट इज ए decades, almost 40 to 50 years of research has concluded this, which I am sharing. So they are very clear that आपको जिम जाना, वेट लिफ्टिंग करना वो नहीं बोल रहे हैं। आपको 10,000 स्टेप्स सुबह से जब आपने उठा, बेड से उठे और बिफोर गोइंग टू बेड एट नाइट, पूरा दिन में आपको 10,000 स्टेप्स कंप्लीट करना है। और वो आपको एटलीस्ट मॉर्निंग में हाफ एन आवर, इवनिंग हाफ एन आवर आप अगर थोड़ा सा वॉकिंग करे, ब्रिस्क वॉकिंग करे, और आपका जो घर में एक्टिविटी है, जो आप जो काम करते हो, ऑफिस में काम करते हो, फिर जाते हो, ऑल दिस टुगेदर आपका 10,000 स्टेप हो जाएगा। सो दैट इज वेरी सिंपल। नाउ कम टू बैलेंस डाइट। डाइट हम फूड हम क्यों लेते हैं? फूड से हमको दो चीज मिलते हैं। एक है कैलोरी विच इज एनर्जी, इतना लेना है जो 2000 से ऊपर नहीं होना चाहिए। तो दैट एक बार आपको गाइडेंस लेना पड़ेगा। आपका न्यूट्रिशन स्पेशलिस्ट हो, आपका डॉक्टर हो, जो भी हो, आपको गाइड कर देगा एग्जैक्टली थोड़ा कैलोरी के, या गूगल में भी आपको मिलेगा थोड़ा कैलोरी का आपको। इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। सो वहां जैसे हमारा एजुकेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर आवर सक्सेस, दिस नॉलेज इज ऑल्सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर आवर लिविंग हेल्दी। and it will not take more than half an hour for you to understand this when you go to the Google. So basic food में आपको एक आइडिया मिल जाएगा, जो एक एक मील में हमको 500-600 कैलोरी मिल जाता है। उसके बाद आ गया है कैलोरिक एनर्जी मिलेगा, सेकंड है न्यूट्रिशन मिलेगा। सो न्यूट्रिशन में हमको दो तरीके के मिलता है। मैक्रो जो थोड़ा ग्राम में लेना पड़ता है, एंड अनदर इज माइक्रो जो लेस देन ग्राम, मतलब मिलीग्राम में या माइक्रोग्राम में लेना पड़ता है, बॉडी को चाहिए। सो मैक्रो में तीन प्रकार के होता है, कार्बोहाइड्रेट, प्रोटीन एंड फैट, जो आपको अब मैं बाद में एक्सप्लेन कर दूंगा कि एक प्रॉपर थाली से। तो ये तीन चार के मैक्रो मीन्स दे आर इन लार्ज क्वांटिटी लेना पड़ता है, मोर देन ग्राम्स। कार्बोहाइड्रेट में भी देयर आर टू टाइप्स। एक सिंपल कार्बोहाइड्रेट जो आपको जितना कम लो उतना अच्छा आपके हेल्थ के लिए, थोड़ा सा समझ जाओ, इट इज वेरी इजी। तो एक सिंपल कार्बोहाइड्रेट जो व्हाइट है ना, शुगर, मैदा, पॉलिश राइस, एनी व्हाइट टाइप ऑफ फूड आप जितना अवॉइड करो उतना अच्छा है। देन कम कॉम्प्लेक्स कार्बोहाइड्रेट जो जनरली फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स में आते हैं। सीजनल फ्रूट्स वेजिटेबल्स आपको खाने से फाइटोकेम्स मिलता है जो कैंसर को प्रिवेंट करता है। कॉम्प्लेक्स कार्बोहाइड्रेट में दो टाइप के होते हैं, एक है डाइजेस्टेबल कार्बोहाइड्रेट और एक है नॉन डाइजेस्टेबल कार्बोहाइड्रेट। जब नॉन डाइजेस्टेबल कार्बोहाइड्रेट इज ए बिग चैलेंज जो हमारा कंट्री में डेफिशिएंसी है। देन कम्स जो आपको थोड़ा ध्यान देना पड़ेगा। ये तो 25 ग्राम के ऊपर पर डे लेना पड़ेगा, तो आपको इंटेस्टिनल हेल्थ प्रॉपर रहेगा, एंड इट विल गिव यू लॉट ऑफ द कार्डियोवास्कुलर बेनिफिट, मेटाबॉलिक बेनिफिट। सो इंटेस्टिनल हेल्थ, and it will become short chain fatty acid in the colon, which will give you lot of metabolic benefit. And then come essential proteins. एसेंशियल प्रोटीन हमको मिलने के लिए वो दो जो वेजिटेरियन है उनको डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ दाल्स वीक में लेना चाहिए। फिर पनीर ले रहे हो आप तो इसमें से, और कुछ आपका बीन्स सब जो ले रहे हो आप उसमें से, प्लस सम सीड्स एंड नट्स। If these are the things is your part of your daily diet, you will get essential protein. Protein deficiency is very very detrimental for our proper functioning of our health, production of enzyme, coenzyme, hormones. तो ये सब की प्रॉब्लम आ जाएगा। इसलिए इसको ठीक ठाक करो तो ये आपको कभी मेडिसिन खाने का जरूरत ही नहीं। फैट में आपको देखो दो प्रकार, सैचुरेटेड है, अनसैचुरेटेड। सैचुरेटेड फैट हमको कोई जरूरत नहीं, हम आप एवरीवन जो भी खाना खाता है सैचुरेटेड फैट सफिशिएंट है। मुफा और अनसैचुरेटेड, देयर आर टू टाइप्स, मुफा एंड पूफा। पूफा हमारा जनरली माने काफी शॉर्टेज चल रहा है, दिस इज ए प्रॉब्लम फॉर इंडिया। सो ये ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा। हमारा पूफा थोड़ा आप सर्च कर लो कि पूफा मेरे को मिलना चाहिए। तो ये सारे जो 30% है तो 10% के ज्यादा सैचुरेटेड फैट नहीं लेना चाहिए, 10% मुफा लेना चाहिए, 10% पूफा लेना चाहिए, मतलब बैलेंस करके आपको खाना चाहिए। अभी मैं इसमें इतना ये फूड के ऊपर नहीं है, तो आपको मैं थोड़ा सा हिंट्स दे रहा हूँ। और माइक्रो में विटामिन, मिनरल्स एंड फाइटोकेमिकल्स। विटामिन ए, बी कॉम्प्लेक्स, B1, you know all, B2, B3, B6, B12, so vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. So these are all vitamins. You ensure that there are no deficiency. Minerals, copper, chromium, magnesium, manganese, selenium, iodine, because you all know that each of the vitamin B complex can reach to lot of production of enzyme, coenzyme, hormones. So all lot of hormones, insulins production, and deficiency of iodine leads to thyroid, thyroid leads to dyslipidemia, obesity. So many problems can be created. But these are all needed in micro. Now question is how it is possible to, I am busy, तो एक तो अपना सक्सेस और करियर के पीछे इतना समय चला है, we don't get time for that only. फिर ये कैसे मैनेज करें? कुछ नहीं, 2 पॉइंट याद रखो। एक है आपको सीजनल फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स खाना पड़ेगा गुड क्वांटिटी। वो मैं कितना क्वांटिटी समझाता हूँ, दिखाता हूँ नेक्स्ट पिक्चर में। और सेकंड है आपको थोड़ा सा ये ध्यान देना, और उसमें से आपको सारा माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स भी आ जाएगा, विटामिन, मिनरल्स, फाइटोकेमिकल्स, जो आपको कैंसर से बचाएगा। इंक्रीजिंग कैंसर इज वन ऑफ द मेजर रीजन इज फाइटोकेमिकल्स। सो ये तो, और ऊपर से आप इसका अगर कोई विटामिन की आपको डेफिशिएंसी है करेंटली बिकॉज ऑफ योर पास्ट प्रैक्टिस, तो आप एक बार आपका कंप्लीट बॉडी प्रोफाइल कीजिए, आपकी कंप्लीट अंडरस्टैंड कीजिए वेयर आर यू स्टैंडिंग टुडे, तो उस हिसाब से आप करेक्शन करो, तो इट विल इमीडिएटली कैन टेक केयर ऑफ योर हेल्थ एंड देयर बाय योर हैप्पीनेस। आपको जो ये जो ग्रीन ग्रीन स्टार है ना, ये ग्रीन स्टार को आपको देखना पड़ेगा, बाकी एवरीथिंग योर बॉडी कैन मेक, मींस these are essentials, non digestible carbohydrate but dietary fiber, this is essential. What is essential? Essential is those food which, or nutrient which our body cannot synthesize, cannot produce or synthesize. Rest everything our body can synthesize or produce. So we need not to worry. Even we take little less or more, our body will produce and make it up. What our body cannot produce, therefore can necessarily हमको बाहर से फूड से ही लेना पड़ेगा। वो है हमारा डाइटरी फाइबर, एसेंशियल प्रोटीन, जो मैंने बताया आपको, डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ व्हाट इज सीरियल्स, बीन्स, ये सब लो, सीड्स, नट्स, ये सब लो तो मिल जाएगा। और पुफा, ओमेगा 3 एंड ओमेगा 6, ये हमारा बॉडी नहीं बना सकता। अदरवाइज ओमेगा 7, ओमेगा 9, सैचुरेटेड फैटी एसिड, ये सब अपना बॉडी ऑल्सो कैन सिंथेसाइज। तो इफ यू टेक इवन लिटिल लेस, नो प्रॉब्लम, but you make sure that 2 gram of omega and 2 gram of omega, this 3 and omega 6 is taken, and plant based, try to take more of plant based omega, so that no, it will really very helpful. And if you take all this, you will be able to take care of your complete balanced diet, so your entire body will be functioning very well. And avoid trans fat, matlab कभी कभी ओके, बट अदरवाइज डीप फ्राइड एंड refried प्लीज अवॉइड, एंड white carbohydrates means sugar, maida, polish, any product made up of maida. If these two things you have to reduce or stop, and you have to increase complex carbohydrate, and also you have to ensure that lot of fruits and vegetables you are taking, and you have to ensure omega 3 and omega 6 you are taking. Rest is already, I am sure, 99.9% I am sure, that's all already fine. By taking care of this, you will be take care of your good health. So dekho, so if you have a plate in front of you every day, please make sure 50% of your plate is fruits and vegetables. And I am not saying you take seasonal, जो आपको पसंद है वो करो, थोड़ा सा तो टाइम आपको देना पड़ेगा, आपको ये के ऊपर फोकस करना पड़ेगा, because at the end of the day this is very important for your living, and everything will have no meaning. And second, that they आपको other 1/4 of the plate has to be protein. You take veg, you take non-veg, so it should be lot of rice, lot of pulses, beans and paneer, all these things you can take. And this side will be completely your no carbohydrate, but whole grain of wheat, and avoid polished rice, very less. You take whole grain, multi-grain, this type of food, which will really take care of your glycemic parameter and also give you a lot of dietary fiber if you take all this. You know, non-veg do not have any dietary fiber. It is your carbohydrate, complex carbohydrate, and your pulses, and as well as your rice, roti will give you some dietary fiber. But here, if you eat like this, it is trans fat, which you should not have eat. This is trans fat, this is trans fat, and these are all white rice. So this is completely it is unhealthy food, completely unhealthy food, very tasty, but very unhealthy. You cannot take. So what is healthy food? This is a plate, should be healthy. This is also very tasty. If you develop a taste, if you develop a habit of eating this food, you are very tasty, but you may not like something of there. You discard it, add something else. But you have plenty fruits and vegetables. They are economical because they are seasonal. And then you take all these pulses. If you can eat like this, in 6 months, you will understand your energy level, your freshness, your mood, everything will be taken care of. You will get a lot of serotonin, right, which will take care of your mood and happiness. It is completely your body is functioning like that. And then all day, if in the breakfast, you make sure there are a lot of fruits added. If you want to add very tasty food, I think all these food are very tasty. See the whole grain roti, there are sabji, this is vegetables, and there are also little rice. There is a curd, chas, fruits. So this is can be morning, this can be lunch, and this can be your dinner with lot of nuts and seeds. So please invest some of your time with keeping your taste, personal taste in mind. If you eat like this, within couple of months, you will see that you are completely getting lot of happy hormones. And along with that, if you do your own washing, खुद का कपड़ा धो लेते हो, घर में खुद का काम कर लेते हो, थोड़ा सा बाहर जाते हो, फ्रेंड्स को मिलते हो, फिर थोड़ा वॉकिंग करते हो, तो ऐसा कुछ करो. ऑफिस में भी आप अच्छे से सबके साथ मिलते हो, काम करते हो, तो ऐसा करो तो आपको सैड होने का कोई चांसेस है नहीं, बिकॉज यू विल बी गेटिंग. And if you have a loving family, so you will be always happy and healthy. My final slide before I say thank you, please, on my sincere request to them. मेरे को समझ में आता है हमारा कंट्री में अनफॉर्चुनेटली एक गुड पॉपुलेशन जिनको 2 वक्त के खाना भी नहीं मिलता है, और उनको मेरे को ये भी पता है कि उनके लिए लेक्चर का कोई मायने नहीं रखता, बिकॉज वो दे आर सो बिजी ऑन दैट. सो दे आर हार्ड वर्किंग फर्स्ट, दे आर उनको तो सर्वाइवल के लिए ही स्ट्रगल करना पड़ रहा है. बट जिनके पास एटलीस्ट एक साइकिल है और जिनके पास ऑलरेडी 2 व्हीलर्स है, 2 व्हीलर है, वो 2 व्हीलर ओन करते हैं, मैं उनको एक कंपैरिजन, उनके लिए एटलीस्ट जो अपना थोड़ा सा सोच के करे, तो दे कैन रियली टेक केयर ऑफ देयर हेल्थ एंड लिव लॉन्गर एंड लिव बेटर. कंपैरिजन देखो जी, यहाँ पे अगर आपके पास 2 व्हीलर है तो आप उसको फ्यूल, पेट्रोल के गाड़ी में पेट्रोल डालते हो, डीजल के गाड़ी में डीजल डालते हो. ऐसा नहीं आप किसी में केरोसिन और पेट्रोल के जगह में डीजल के जगह में पेट्रोल डाल देते. लाइकवाइज आपका हेल्थ में कुछ भी आप खा नहीं सकते. जो चीज आपका हेल्थ के लिए अच्छा है, जो चीज के लिए आपका हेल्थ बने हैं, वही चीज आपको खाना पड़ेगा. छोटा सा एक व्हीकल जो 4-5 साल में आप चेंज कर देते हो, उसको आप कितना ख्याल रखते हो. लेकिन जो हेल्थ वन टाइम ओनली आपके पास है, जो आपकी सब कुछ है, तो उसकी आप थोड़ा सा केयरफुली आपको हैंडल करना पड़ेगा when comes to food, eating food. Then you know कि आपको व्हीकल क्या करते हो, व्हीकल का अच्छा फंक्शनिंग रहे, अच्छे से चला पाए, उसके लिए आपने क्या इंजन ऑयल डालते हो. ये इंजन ऑयल आप पीरियडिकली चेक कराते हो, डालते हो. बट व्हेन गेटिंग एन, आपके पास इतना अच्छे गॉड के बेस्ट क्रिएशन का जो इतना अच्छा हेल्थ है, उस बॉडी को आपको थोड़ा चेक करना है, उसकी प्रॉपर न्यूट्रिशन प्रॉपर है कि नहीं है, कहाँ पे डेफिशिएंसी है, वो किस टाइप, उसका प्रोफाइलिंग करना है. एक बार तो करना ही चाहिए ना, करके वो समझ गया आपका जो आपके इसमें लुब्रिकेंट्स और इंजन ऑयल क्या देना. सो जो माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट है ना, ये माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट आपको देखना पड़ेगा कि आपको अगर सप्लीमेंटेशन लेना है, बाहर से लेना है, एडिशनल लेना है, और आपका करंट जो फूड खाना खा रहे हो आप, उसमें से मैनेज हो रहा है. क्यों डेवलप कंट्री में दे आर ऑल हैविंग ऑल दी enjoying all this knowledge, they are enjoying, everybody, almost huge population, significant population in developed country, US, Canada, UK, they are supplementing by उनका profiling करके उन्होंने अपना सप्लीमेंट करके दे आर लिविंग वेरी नाइस, बट हमारे पास जो एफर्ट कर सकते हैं हम वो भी नहीं करता। सो ये माइंडसेट हमको चेंज करना पड़ेगा। एंड डोंट मिस आउट पीरियडिकली, यू डोंट मिस आउट इवन यू हैव टू व्हीलर और फोर व्हीलर, द सर्विंग देन व्हीकल कि 6 महीने में 1 साल में इतना किलोमीटर के बाद करना चाहिए। बट आपने क्या पीरियडिकली आपका चेकअप नहीं कर रहा है, एक बार देख नहीं सकता आपका लिपिड तो कितना है, किडनी फंक्शन कैसा है, पूरा एक बार चेक करना चाहिए ना, हार्ट की क्या है, ब्लड प्रेशर का क्या है, ब्लड शुगर क्या है, नहीं देखना चाहिए। अगर 30+ हो गया, 35 years ओल्ड मशीन बॉडी, फिर तो एक बार साल में या एक बार तो देखना, यू हैव टू डू इट। 500 to 800 रुपीज और 1000 रुपीज आपको कॉस्ट आएगा, सो दैट आप मेजर इलनेस से अवॉइड हो सकते हैं। एंड देन जैसे आपने अच्छे से यू टेक केयर ऑफ योर व्हीकल, नॉइज फ्री, हेसल फ्री, राइडिंग गुड, एकदम प्रॉपर ब्रेक लगे, कुछ प्रॉब्लम ना हो, और 5 साल अच्छे से चले। और यहाँ पे यू हैव टू टेक केयर टू गेट हैप्पी, डिजीज फ्री, यू हैव टू हैव गुड इम्यूनिटी, हेल्दी बॉडी, सो दैट ये 80 years आपको एकदम हैप्पी नो लाइफ दे, और सो दैट आप मूव कर सकते हो, आप अपना सब कुछ कर सकते हो, एंजॉय कर सकते हो, नेचर को एंजॉय करो, फ्रेंड्स को एंजॉय करो, फैमिली को एंजॉय करो, खाना को एंजॉय करो, सब कुछ करो, तो आपको एक लिविंग लॉन्गर, लिविंग बेटर would become very meaningful. And you need not to really be, you will not become sick if you take care of your lifestyle, if you take care of your mindset, and if you take care of your happy hormones and physical activity. I'm sure you will be really living longer, living better, and you can do lot of fun in life. Thank you very much. And I like to have some questions so that no, I'll be able to give some practical guidance. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to you, Mr. M.S. Nath. So it was really very, very informative, very interesting. They always say when you're a little confused or you don't know what to do in life, or things get complicated, get back to basics. And that's exactly what you have said. Kyunki there are a lot of things that you told, not just about the nutrition, but about being happy. Indians, we have a typical Indian mentality. That's what we call it. And of course, every country might say we've got a different mentality. So I think we have certain characteristics which we are not practicing like a lot of other advanced countries, or the countries which are very high in the happiness index or health index. So maybe sometimes we probably do not want to celebrate so many vacations or holidays. We probably always find ourselves working too hard, and we believe probably saying that working harder makes us successful. The video that we saw before your session also actually said that working harder does not really mean that you've got to be happy or living longer. So what I want to do is, with that initial remarks, I would like to request all the participants to ask your questions. And before you all thank Mr. Nath, of course, we'll do that at the end. We have a few good minutes for us to get a little more practical advice from him, because I want to find this. I find it a little weird, Mr. M.S. Nath. You have spent 30 years or 35 years in the pharma industry, and what really inspires you to educate people to take care about their lifestyle or nutritional needs, rather than you should be really campaigning saying that we've got the best of medicine, so you take more medicine, and then let's have a little commercial success. So what inspires you?
See, I tell you, uh, if there are 100 rupees of medicine पूरा दुनिया में globally सेल होता है, इंडिया में 130 crore population, 135 crore, तो 17% global population इंडिया में रहता है.
Yes.
You right? तो 17% population 100 rupees का मेडिसिन अगर सेल होता है, तो इंडिया में कितना आइडियली खाना चाहिए? 100 rupees का 17 rupees खाना चाहिए. अगर हम चलो काफी कंट्री से आगे है, बेटर है, वी आर वेल टू डू बेटर देन सो मेनी कंट्रीज, हमसे आगे भी कुछ कंट्री बेटर है, बट 17% population out of 100 rupees globally medicine selling should take at least 17 rupees. Now I am asking, just tell me how much you are taking. If you know, okay, but if you don't know, you guess it. How much Indian population is consuming medicine out of 100 rupees sales globally?
Oh,
1.8%.
okay.
17% population is consuming medicine is 1.8%. उसका मतलब हमारा हेल्थ अवेयरनेस है ही नहीं. पहले तो हेल्थ की देखो, मेरे को क्या करना चाहिए, पहले तो यू शुड स्टार्ट लविंग योर व्हीकल ना. आई हैव ए व्हीकल सर्विस स्टेशन. पहले मेरे को क्या करना चाहिए, पहले आपको आई हैव टू डेवलप ए पैशन बिटवीन यू एंड योर व्हीकल, कि सो दैट आप सर्विसिंग में लेके आओ, 3 महीने में लेके आओ, 4 महीने में लेके आओ. एक बार आप आओगे तो मेरे को समझ में आएगा. आज वेलोसिटी को मेरे हिसाब से 35 इयर्स अबव सबको अपना जेनेटिक प्रोफाइल करना चाहिए. एंड क्रोर्स ऑफ पीपल जिनको जो एफोर्ड कर सकते हैं, और उन्होंने जाके आगे जाके 5 इयर्स 10 इयर्स 40 इयर्स के बाद जो भी मनी उन्होंने कमाया, वो सिग्निफिकेंट अमाउंट चला जाएगा हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन में. और उसमें से दे विल नॉट कि वहां से रिटर्न भी आएगा, ऐसे भी कोई गारंटी नहीं है. और लाइफ को भी कोई एंजॉय कर पाएगा नहीं है. आप देखो स्टीव जॉब एट द एज ऑफ 52 ही डाइड. अब एट द एज ऑफ 52 जब स्टीव जॉब डाइड, उन्होंने क्या बोल के गया कि आई विश आई कुड हैव गिवन सम मोर टाइम फॉर माय हेल्थ एंड हैप्पीनेस. करेक्ट. उनके पास बिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर थे, बट वन थिंग ही मिस्ड आउट, as it is his statement, कि I missed out the book of life. So first thing Stan, we need to make sure people that you have a body, you have a mind, and you have a soul, but you are only working on your mind. No, you are not taking care of your body. I am talking about internally as well as externally, right? And also soul to chalo, I do not know that why it is not in our curriculum. Spirituality, managing your thought process and understanding who you are. These are all should be actually curriculum in that. So that we become a complete man. We are struggling. We are confused. Our success is making us suffer. Our failure is making us suffer. No way you are getting happiness. We are fighting. I do not know what are we doing. We are completely confused. So all these things can happen if we start loving ourselves, we take care of ourselves. Then you will see that we started taking care of people around us, and we became calm, quiet. And we cannot do that until unless we have a balanced food, until unless we do have activities, we do get those hormones, we take care of your organs, our kidney is not functioning properly, our lipid profile is not proper, our blood sugar is not proper, pancreas is not. Meaning I am trying to say, आपका व्हीकल चढ़ के मजा नहीं आएगा अगर उसमें हवा नहीं है, मोबिल नहीं है, कुछ ना कुछ पार्ट्स एरिया ऑफ द कार इज नॉट फंक्शनिंग प्रॉपरली. आपको ड्राइव मजा ही नहीं आएगा. साउंड आते रहेगा, जर्क आते रहेगा, कुछ ना कुछ होते रहेगा, बंद हो जाएगा बीच में. तो ये सब कुछ हम वो करे व्हीकल के लिए जो 4-5 साल हमारे साथ रहते हैं. और ये जो हेल्थ है, जो वन टाइम फॉर 80 years प्लस हमारे पास आराम से रह सकता है, can give us lot of pleasure and happiness. हम उसकी क्यों नहीं ख्याल, और इसका ख्याल करें ना, तो यहाँ पे भी 17-18% लोग मेडिसिन यहाँ पे भी लोग लेंगे. पहले अवेयरनेस तो आ जाए, फिर आपने को दे शुड स्टार्ट लविंग. दैट इज माय पर्पस टू ब्रिंग अवेयरनेस. अमेरिका में पॉपुलेशन इज 4%, ग्लोबल पॉपुलेशन. 40% मेडिसिन तो वो लोग खाते हैं. 100 रुपया में 40%, 38 to 40%, 40 रुपीज का मेडिसिन 100 में वो खाते हैं. क्या माने, दे शुड हैव ऑल फन. उनका हेल्थ बराबर है, उनकी लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी भी 82 के ऊपर है. तो दे आर टेकिंग केयर ऑफ, बट वी आर नॉट टेकिंग केयर.
Good. So you talked about America, US, and I've got a very young man from US. Nice to see you, Mr. Krishna, after a long time. And you have a question. So please ask a question.
Thank you very much. Yes, I do live in San Diego, but currently I'm here in Bangalore. Mr. Nath, thank you. That was a wonderful message which you have conveyed, the basics of longevity, basically, because that's where your audience is perhaps, but I would like to take you a little higher up into the stratosphere and come to your own field. because I'm from there. And by the way, there are a lot of hypochondriacs in the US who will swallow pills just because the doctor pushes it at them without even thinking. But a lot of things are changing there, particularly when it comes to the younger generation, who are becoming quite health conscious. There are some who are on the other side as well, who don't care about it because they're a bit disillusioned because of the politics which goes on there. Otherwise, generally, you find the most ultra runners, the most triathletes, the most mountain climbers, the most people who really care about their body and nature coming from my country. And I'm very proud of it. Having said that, what is happening there in terms of the longevity research, which I follow very closely, because I do have a company which does nutraceuticals, is, you might have heard of it, spermidine is becoming popular. Then another thing, NMN, which is nicotinamide mononucleotide, which is a precursor to NAD. And also, they are also pushing, one Dr. David Sinclair of Harvard has started pushing metformin, which is taken by diabetes 2 patients. And I've been considering doing that because I'm only 67. So, I want to live as long as I can, perhaps even dance at my great grandson's wedding. You know what I mean? That's my mission, at least live for another 40 years when transhumanism, which Kurzweil is pushing, Ray Kurzweil, where I can park my brain in a computer, and even if my body goes away, I still can enjoy life. Having said all that, what I'm trying to do is ask you, when are we going to have these things available in India? Because right now I have to source it from the US and they have to hide it in their baggage and bring it here.
So are you talking about increasing HDL? I should take a medicine to take care of my cholesterol, triglyceride, I should take a medicine. And to take care of my blood pressure, I should take a medicine.
No, I'm not against it. I'm saying, since some people do need it, right? Yeah. Some people who are at that stage where a good doctor recommends that you have to take it, then they have to take it. But what happens is, in our society in the US, that they are highly dependent on their doctor, most of the population. They don't go and see, okay, I'm taking this medication. Why am I taking it? What can I do? Now, even doctors are saying that, you know what, start meditating. Hypertension can go away. You don't need to take 10 mg of such and such drug. You can reduce it to 5 mg. And as you know, sir, there are side effects of any kind of, drug which is put in the body, right? There are a few which may not have it. So what I'm trying to get to is, yes, but for increasing HDL, you can take fish oil or krill oil. I do take krill oil as well because it runs in my family, apparently in my genes. My mom died of a heart attack. Anyway, so having said that, what I'm trying to get to is, there are supplements which can be used, as you had mentioned, vitamins and minerals, macro and. But what I'm trying to get to is this nicotinamide, as well as metformin, in order to handle the insulin in such a way that fasting, they say, see, according to Dr. David Sinclair, if you Google him, you'll find that. He says that if you take metformin after a big meal, or before a big meal actually, which is actually a type 2 diabetes drug, that will help you to fast if you're fasting, like the 16-hour, 8-hour period thing. So these are certain things. I was wondering if you have any ideas about that. Yeah.
So, मैं आपका question का, I will give you answer in 2 parts. First part is, see what I am trying to say. I am not against management of illness. I am saying, before you become ill, can you do something to delay, regress, or avoid it? That is point number 1. And we can do it up to 80%. 20%, I agree. Because of genetic factor, because of non-modifiable factor, my race, my family history, which I cannot change, my gender, right, my size of the lumen in my blood vessels. So these are factors which I cannot change, but they are very less. The major is my lifestyle, my stress, my thought process is what 80% is in my hand. First of all, am I working on that? Correct. So that is my first thing. For example, I tell you something, somebody is completely not enjoying what he was enjoying. unable to meet friends, not talking to others, not hugging people, not enjoying eating. So it is for more than 2 weeks. And then you went to a doctor. Doctor said you consult a psychologist, psychiatrist. So the psychiatrist understood that he is suffering from happy hormones. So either he is deficient of serotonin or he is deficient of dopamine. So what doctor does? Doctor give him a serotonin reuptake inhibitor, either fluoxetine or some generation of FSR. So serotonin level improve करने का medicine, correct? तो उनको 400-500 मिलीग्राम का मेडिसिन दिया गया, उसका सेरोटोनिन आर्टिफिशियली बढ़ाया, squeezing different cells. Oh, he started feeling very happy. But side by side, and similarly, आपका pancreas, आपका insulin resistance है because of body was increased हुआ, your liver is unable to function, your adipose tissue, they are now devoid of insulin sensitivity. So you developed an insulin resistance, you developed metabolic disorder. So because of that, you have developed diabetes, you have developed hypertension, you have developed dyslipidemia. So doctor has to manage it. You have developed it. But where my problem is, today in our country, because of the doctor versus patient ratio is very, very challenging. We have very few doctors against a huge population, unlike US. So what happens? Doctor has no time to consider or educate or counsel on lifestyle modification and natural way of taking care of. See, I will give you some support as a doctor. Medicine will give you some support, but God has created this machine. With those support, this machine can once again get back into its own performance. So it is reversible. I'm saying everything is reversible. So it has got a very strong role to play. But unfortunately, it is difficult for in our country for a doctor to invest or give some more time to a patient because on the lifestyle modification. Now I am asking in this platform, can anybody tell me worldwide so many guidelines for last 30-40 years? The first point of a lifestyle of a guidelines of managing diseases, global guidelines, Europe guidelines, US guidelines, Canadian guidelines. So if you look at and then joint guidelines of this thing, and they are all saying what? First point in every guidelines with this gastro, gynae, cardiovascular, diabetes, endocrine, the first line is LSM, lifestyle modification. Reduce your weight, take care of your food, stop smoking, increase physical activity. अगर ये नहीं कर रहे हो, तो doctor should actually deny treating that patient. Because if you are completely careless and if you feel I have to give you pills to take care of you, I am actually trying to give a different message. And there are senior doctors I have seen, the patient they shout on the patient. Why are you not doing this? Why are you not reducing your body weight? Why are you not taking care of extra work? Why I need to give you triglyceride reducing drug which your walking can take care of? Why I give you antidepressant or why your melatonin? Why are you unable to sleep? Your melatonin level is no, it can automatically come out. Everything is there in your body. You are not using them because of your lethargic attitude. So until and unless you take care of your own health, it is important medicine, but depending on medicine is actually a disaster. That's it, my point.
Absolutely. Okay. So, from a US perspective, now let's put our focus a little into India. And then we've got another medical doctor with us who is been in the US, now treating Indian patients here. And he's also, advisory board member of Velocity Genetics. I'd like to ask Dr. Daryl DeMello, what's your take on the lifestyle changes and, people still wanting to do nothing of their own, but then still wanting to go to the doctor and then, play a magician and then cure everything.
Take more and more pills.
Yes.
Thank you, Stan. It's great to be here. Dr. Nath, Mr. Nath, Dr. Nath, great to hear your presentation. My points I'm going to make here are two things. One is most doctors want people sick because that's where they get the income. Most pharmaceutical companies want you sick. They want it. It is rarely that you're going to be able to make sure that you recover from being well. I mean, you to being well from illness. If you're going to the regular general practitioner, you're going to a regular hospital. I deal with corporate employees, and if they're not well, okay, they pick any company. I do a lot of big company names. If they're not well, they're worth half their salary. That shakes them up. They can lose their job. So a 35-year-old having hypertension should not have hypertension. A 55-year-old having hypertension and diabetes should not have that. So our goals today are to reverse their diseases. And the simple way to reverse hypertension is stop salt. That's the easiest thing to do. Stop having salt. Put them on kanji rice. Put them on boiled rice with boiled vegetables for 8 weeks.
Reduce little
In
bit
4
of weight.
weeks, they'll be out. Okay, the hypertension will be gone. They'll be back to normal. Same thing with your fats and everything else. You change the diet and force them to change the diet. Don't put them on more medicines. We always miss one key factor. In India, we are fair and lovely. We do not go in the sun. Okay, we really believe in that fair and lovely thing. I am telling you that 95% of Indians have a vitamin D level of less than 10 nanograms per milliliter. I like to see 60 nanograms per milliliter to 100. Okay, if you want to avoid diseases, bring your vitamin D up. And I've been saying this for a long, long time. The COVID has really highlighted the role of vitamin D in COVID disease.
Very true.
And it's funny how that one disease has made everybody realize that going out in the sun or taking vitamin D supplementation or maintaining it at a higher level will make a big difference. It is, I mean, you are what you eat. I tell every patient, you are what you eat. Do not blame your hereditary. Do not blame your genetics. Do not blame your parents, grandparents. Oh no, मेरा grandfather ने ऐसे खाया, मेरे पिताजी ने ऐसे खाया, मेरे को भी वही problem है. नहीं sir, आप same food खाते हैं. Change your food, you will change your genetics. And that's the way I've approached it.
Yeah, so that's really great that we have medical doctors who are actually now emphasizing on what should be really our lifestyle modification. That's exactly what genetic testing is. What genetic testing is done for, to understand which foods are more suitable to you. In the video we saw that कई सारे लोग बहुत सारे suggestions देते हैं, but then everything could be right, but at the same time wrong, because what's right for you is something that you can do with genetic testing. So if there are some people who have come for any one of the Velocity Genetics webinars, so I request you, in the chat box we have put our Velocity Genetics YouTube channel. So please subscribe, where you will get a lot of videos of these kind of panel discussions, and you can make use of them, including this webinar. The recording will be available tomorrow. So you can subscribe to that. So before
Stan, I one question to can I?
Yes sir, please
Yeah.
go.
To Dr. Darrell. Doctor, for a moment think that in India, people have started taking care of their wellness. They decided that we will not go to a doctor once I become ill. I will go to a doctor so that I can prevent my illness.
Right.
Right. What population in my family, if once in a year, 4 of us go to a doctor, sometimes I become ill once in 5 years. Somebody can once in 3 years or 10 years. But every year, what will be the population will be going to the doctor to say, doctor, tell me, if next, what is my current status of my health and what are the precautions I should take so that I need not to become sick and I can live my life better. So you please look at my health. Will the doctor earn more or they will earn less?
Again, it all depends on how you ask me what percent of the population in India, it's probably 0.01%. Okay.
Now, if everybody become very serious and the awareness is increased by even 30%, I think doctor will not be able to accommodate patient because we are such a huge number and doctors are so limited. So if we can bring, every doctor brings awareness, then one to another, another to another, people will start coming, because the consequences of illness is so pathetic. And if I can prevent it, everybody now know, everybody sometime at the age of 35, 40, कभी ना कभी किसी ने तो हॉस्पिटल गया होगा, उन्होंने तो देखा होगा हॉस्पिटल में क्या होता, क्या सफरिंग है उनकी, रिलेटिव में भी सबको पता है, बट इसको प्रिवेंट कर सकता है उनको तरीका पता नहीं है। अगर मैं एक सिंपल चीज बताता हूँ, सपोज एक पर्सन मॉर्निंग में उठते हैं, सो राइट टाइम 6 o'clock 6:37 जो भी है उनका 7-8 घंटा का साइकिल के हिसाब से, फिर वो थोड़ा फैमिली के साथ एक ब्लैक टी लिया, फिर वो वॉकिंग में चला गया, ओके, थोड़ा वॉकिंग करके आया, फिर उसने अच्छा ब्रेकफास्ट, फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स का ब्रेकफास्ट खाया, फिर उसने अपना काम में चला गया, वहां पे उसका काम में बहुत एंजॉय करता है, ही इज डूइंग जो उसको बहुत पसंद है वो करता है, करने के बाद उसमें काफी क्रिएटिव काम करता है, ब्रेन को भी बहुत यूज करता है, बहुत हैप्पीनेस मिलता है। उसके बाद वो ब्रेक लेता है, ब्रेक में कलीग्स के साथ या जूनियर के साथ, सीनियर के साथ अच्छा टाइम बिताता है, फिर आफ्टरनून में थोड़ा सा स्वीट्स एंड नट्स लेता है, कोई ब्रिंज ईटिंग नहीं करता है, कोनो फ्राइड ट्रांस फैट नहीं खाते हैं। उसके बाद वो वापिस आते हैं, फैमिली के साथ बैठते हैं 10 मिनट 15 मिनट, फिर थोड़ा सा फ्रेंड्स के साथ वॉक करते हैं, कुछ टाइम पे स्पेंड करते हैं, देन आते हैं, थोड़ा सा बैठा, फिर एक साथ डिनर किया, हल्का सा डिनर किया, फैमिली टाइम हुआ, देन वेंट टू बेड, फिर वीकेंड में कुछ प्रोग्राम बनाते हैं अच्छे से, म्यूजिक फ्यूजिक का अच्छा करता है, और उनकी उनकी ओबेसिटी नहीं है, उनकी कोई भी पैरामीटर ठीक नहीं है, खाना वाना ठीक है, कितना चांसेस है वो हेल्दी रहेगा, हैप्पी रहेगा।
100%,
तो
100%.
इसके ऊपर ध्यान क्यों नहीं देना चाहते सब लोग?
Because it's not inbuilt in people. They're so focused on their work and so focused on things.
That's what I'm trying to say people कि आप पूरा रूटीन देखो ना आपका, how long you are happy, and if you are not happy, what are you actually doing? Your entire heart attack cannot be prevented by any medicine if a person is not mentally stressless and if he is not happy.
But you got to start somewhere. So I've taken the start at the middle level of corporate life. People who are in their 35, 40, 45, start with those people.
Very true.
No, that's exactly where Velocity Genetics comes into picture, and then we've been creating this kind of awareness, webinars and workshops and symposiums and everything. And of course, it's very, very heartening to see that the medical doctors advising people to change their lifestyle and stressing on the food and small changes. Jo Nath sir aapne jo bata diya, it was so beautifully articulated that you took care of small things in a very very scientific way. I'd like to go to Dr. Aviva Isaac. She is one of the senior doctors. मैं कभी ऐसे jokingly बोल देता हूँ, she's been practicing even before I'm born. And Dr. Aviva, you've been another medical doctor completely in alignment with the philosophy of Velocity Genetics. And so what's your take on the behavior of your patients? Do they really come there expecting you to cure them, or they're also willing to do lifestyle changes and a lot of suggestions that Mr. Nath proposed today?
Sir, and thank you, Mr. Nath, for the lovely presentation which you gave. My belief is holistic approach. You see, you have to have a balance of everything, of activity, of nutrition, and family life. Family life is very important. I give a lot of stress to my patients when they come for treatment. Of course, first I make them comfortable and talk to them. Though nowadays they know that the doctors are busy, I am not part of it. I do counseling and talking to my patients and make them comfortable.
So you ensure that your serotonin levels are secreted.
Mine are high, and my patients also go with high serotonin. So when you talk to them, and you see, being a family doctor, the patients confide in you a lot. So you see, whatever stress they have, most of our diseases are stress related. Stress in any form, whether it is a work pressure, family pressure, and stress is the most important thing, which releases adrenaline and all these things, which cause a lot of havoc in the system. And when you make them comfortable, half these levels go down. And the patient is happy by the time, so I give a lot of time to my patients. Of course, they do come and unwell, but half the problems get sorted out. And the amount of medicines you use are definitely less. The second thing is, I believe a lot in yoga. See, the spiritual part of it is very important. Yoga also gives a lot of holistic approach to the body and a natural cure to many, many, many problems. Now, one of the panelists, one of the speaker earlier said that use metformin and then you can, go on a long fast or anything. What about the havoc metformin can create in your GI tract? Just some days back, I had a patient who was using metformin for a long time, but all of a sudden, she just started vomiting, not retaining anything. And the moment metformin was stopped, she was absolutely fine. So try to understand the side effects every medicine has. Even your B complex can have side effects. So all medicines have side effects, though allopathy is absolutely necessary in case where there is an emergency. But there should be a balance of your nutrition, your lifestyle, and your spirituality also. And family life is very important. I give a lot of importance for family holidays because that brings the family together and everything is happy. So that is my belief.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Aviva. Thanks for being there. Every time we ask you to speak up and share your views. So, Dr. Mr. Nath, what really inspires you coming from a pharma background? I'll get back to that original discussion. Does selling pharma medicines give you more happiness or creating awareness about lifestyle and the awareness that you do in terms of the nutrition and the other adjustments that you need to be doing?
Stan, if you look at ASCA Pharma Company, there is a tagline, health by virtue. So if you look at our 5 years before, when I started this, it was health by virtue. So, and usme if you see health, heal the health actually, if you look my. So my purpose is to do something for the society. What is vision? Ambition and vision, there is a difference. Ambition will drive you to achieve something at any cost. They are very ambitious person, means you will try to achieve anything. If you are a visionary, you will ensure that it creates a benefit and win-win situation for the society and the people and for the customer. All I am trying to work is on the vision of our team, that we want to create an awareness, we want to create a good health in a proper way. See, lactose, there is a baby milk, but they are also saying now mother milk is the best. And when mother milk is not there available because of some infection reason or this thing, then baby should not be deprived of anything. This is something you should give till mother is able to once again give the breastfeeding to the kids. I am saying medicine is not the alternative of your lifestyle. You take care of your lifestyle, start loving your health, take care of everything. Then you do your genome test, you genome profiling, you understand what you need. We are there to assist you for that, so that you live your life can be accomplished in a very nice way. Only medicine will make you more sick, more sick, more sick. You solving one problem, you are creating another problem. Solving another problem, you are creating another problem, because they are all interlinked. If you are trying to give something, you suppose you have a fatty liver, so you are already creating a problem in your liver. Then you have a high creatinine, serum creatinine, your kidney is also having a problem. So you are giving medicines, those are already increasing creatinine. Your kidney after 4 or 5 years will be getting into failure stage. And then kidney failure stage, meaning once again it is affect your atherosclerosis. You are getting to get a heart attack or stroke or sudden cardiac death. Ultimately, you are leading into a complex situation.
Absolutely.
But That's it. Yeah. I'm sure both the doctor is listening to me and they will agree. Yes, we are giving a short-term benefit, not a long-term benefit.
Yeah, good. No, that's really confronting doctors in the webinar, and I'm sure our doctors are with a lot of difference. They not only support them with the medicine, but giving a lot of lifestyle modifications, and of course all of them have done their genetic testing and they understand what's the significance of we doing genetic testing. So I'll give one or two opportunities for anybody to ask questions.
And I once again tell you, I know all my doctor friends, be a cardiologist, be a diabetologist or physician, they all inspiring me ki Nath, bring more awareness for the wellness. People should come to us to become healthy. We are wellness care. We are not illness care.
Absolutely.
See, as a doctor, we are wellness care. We are not illness. We are health care. We are not illness care. So why they are waiting to become ill and become messed up, and then only they come to us? So it's and doctors are only who are motivating me, so that bring an awareness, so that they can follow the doctor advice, follow the lifestyle, and take a little medicine, and thereby they can remain healthy. More people remain healthy, living longer, will continue medicine also longer, no? And you will be able to sell more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So we've got Yuvraj from Punjab. Yuvraj is also a certified genomic wellness consultant from Vignet of Velocity Genetics. Yuvraj, आपका सवाल पूछिए.
Hi, Dr. Nath. I think this is an amazing session today. I think I would say the best session of all I've attended. And so what I wanted to ask is on beyond what you said, and we heard about that Ikigai. So how do you add the purpose, creating one's purpose to create a more fulfilling life? Ikigai says this, we heard this. In fact, incidentally, I am listening to that book and this episode came. So I don't know what to say. Please, your thoughts.
That's law of attraction, and and of course, Mr. Nath will answer.
What we learned from Ikigai is that's a island in the Japan, and their average life is of 125 years. And the major thing they say ki they are actually they are also smoker, right? They are very heavily smoker and all. But best thing is that they are completely stress free, living simple life, having a lot of physical activity. They reach out to the people, and they celebrate, they dance, they sing, they cook, and they have no technology there. Means they do not have any of technological challenges. They are no sedentary lifestyle. It's completely active life, happy life, and the simple eating is probably the secret that book is explaining, that living longer and is a very long life. For me, all I'm trying to say that little bit of guidance, एक profiling देख लो आपका, फिर आपका nutrition समझ लो, और out of your all favorite food, you eat very sensibly. I am saying once again, if you are not ready to put mixing oil in your vehicle, which is the energy for the vehicle, why are you putting anything in your stomach, making your intestine system unhealthy, which is actually the root cause of your complete health, your immune system, your metabolic, your enzyme secretion, your coenzyme secretion, your hormone secretions, everything is related to that. It starts from your gut, get into the short chain fatty acid, gives an anti-inflammatory activity. So all those things are happening and starts from a gut, and your gut health is not proper because of your bad eating. So if you take care of that, and then entire functioning of the body is take your body for a walk. Bird is there to fly, fish is there to swim, deer is there to run, man is there to walk. So if man stops walking, bird stops flying, fish stops swimming, horse stops running, they all become unhealthy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Dr. Nath, no, this is amazing. You're right. I think you started a revolution. That is very good. I am trying to go a bit deep into your wisdom of going beyond this, because the audience here in the Velocity, they are very well appreciable of your thoughts. So point taken. But in terms of our day-to-day routine, because we all are working, we all, as you rightly said, ambition or vision, and as Ikigai says, and it says that they want to work. In fact, I was thinking of taking early retirement and doing something. Really, I'm questioning that. Maybe I want to work now because I'm just checking your thoughts around that. That how?
Early retirement.
Yeah. So
See,
my
I am very
point.
clear. I am very clear of one thing, and I strongly believe it. After the age of 50, if you need to work to earn, you have messed up your previous 25 years. You are indisciplined. You are not sincere. You did not do what you are supposed to do. You have got a working life of 25 years. You are supposed to lead a disciplined, nice, sincere, committed life to create living a good life as well as creating a good corpus, which will help you to get money for your another 10, 20 years living. So up to 50 years, you can work to earn and achieve what you want to achieve. After that, you should continue to work to return, not earn, to return to the society. So to return to the people who has contributed to your life, to return to people around you, to whatever you want to do, you do, makes you happy. You have learned some wisdom. You are in a mentor role, and then you now young generation looking at you. Those are below 50. You help them to grow, help them to learn, and do whatever. By that process, if you are earning something good, but that should not be your priority number one. Your priority number one should be contributing for something.
I think you answers very well. Thank you very much. I think I'm actually thinking on the same line. So
Thank you.
that's all.
Yuvraj, you're too young to get retired right now. Don't even think about it right now. You got to contribute. Okay.
You should
So
work.
thank you,
Working
Yuvraj.
should-
And yeah, I think that's a fantastic insight that I'm getting. That you study for around 25 years, work hard, and make your career. And then after that, of course, you still can continue to earn, but then that focus should be to return to the society. And then and then in the process, if you're earning, of course, good enough. But if you're not, I think we have really messed up. You're not lived a very disciplined, honest, planned life. So that's a very strong message. I think all of us who are, if all of, I mean, any one of you are above 50, you should be looking at saying that now it's time to contribute. And I think that contribution will bring in a lot of, money, fame, health, and a fulfillment in our life. That's all we are looking at. And Mr. Nath, when he started his session, he said that scientifically पूरी debate पूरे दुनिया के होने के बाद में ये तय किया है कि the purpose of human life is to be happy and successful. So अगर वो happiness ही नहीं है, there's no point in we earning a lot of money and then still being stressful throughout our life. So that was indeed a very strong and very timely message that we have. So Mr. Nath, we would like to really thank you. Do you want to give a final message before we say close?
I think I'll give one line message once again. Foundation is good health. Based on this good health, you improve your competency, knowledge, skill to become successful. Based on this good health, you work on your mind and your thought process and your lifestyle to ensure that you remain happy. Please understand, when you are 10 years, 12 years, or where you are in schools, how happy we are. And after that, we are doing everything to become more healthy and happy. But unfortunately, all our actions are making us unhealthy and unhappy. Are we living a life in a proper way? Are we a good manager? Are we a good mentor of our own thought process, of our own intellect, of our own health? And if you are unable to manage your own thought process, own intellect, own health, how will you manage number of hundreds of people that you are thinking you are the CEO of a company and you are unable to manage your own thought process and own mental health, and you remain unhappy year after year, becoming unhappy compared from your school days, even today. So that's we should become more happy day by day, happier. So that's how you should work on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nath. I think I'm sure you some of your statements are really hard hitting, but uski bahut zarurat hai, because you can't be nice all the time. You can't be nice all the time to people and then appreciate only the positive side. But if there are some areas where we need to work, I think we need to really remind people. And it's a little difficult job sometimes to do, because in the bargain you probably might become a little unpopular. But that's the challenge that we need to be taking as a leader. And today you have proven that you are a true leader, taking initiative not only to to contribute to the society, but to enlighten each and everybody who needs to be taking care of their own health, so that it will have a positive impact not only for that individual but also for their family and the entire community and the society. I'd like to really thank you for taking your time out from your busy schedule and being with us. I am tempted to actually call you more frequently. You shouldn't be doing a webinar once in a year. You should be doing it at least once in quarterly at least, because we've got a lot of speakers lined up. But I'm sure your selfless service to the society is well appreciated. Velocity Genetics is it really acknowledges your contribution, and thanks for enlightening all of us. We look forward to see you and hear from you once again. I'd like to request all the participants, whoever is there, leave a line of appreciation to Mr. Nath before you leave. I wouldn't be able to give you.
Yeah, they can also write if some area of improvement.
Of course. I'm sure that's nice of you. So you please give your feedback on the chat box. And if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do it, because this recording will be available there. You can not only review it once again, but you can also forward it to people whom you really care and love them. So thank you very much. We look forward to see you for another webinar on Thursday with another terrific speaker on a beautiful topic that's going to be of use. And we're going to talk about diabetes. And there's going to be a business head meeting tomorrow at 8 o'clock as well. With this, I close. Once again, let's wave our hands and then say thank you so much for this wonderful sharing done by Mr. Nath. And I really appreciate all of you for participating very proactively. With this, I close. Thank you very much. Goodbye and good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.